And good morning, good morning. Welcome to another episode of Crypto Analysis. We're getting to the end of April, which means we've got a lot of stuff to look at. And we've been kind of busy the past couple of days, so there's some pent up chart action for us to take a look at. A lot of interesting things across the board. Past couple of days have been movementful. The mid to late April downturn followed by the short rebound. Still seems to be a question of whether we will go up or down from here. Again, nice moment to note the method here while I just pull up the exact price of Bitcoin as I'm recording this. Yeah, we're sitting around $55,000. That is a lot healthier than where we were. I'll be really happy to see us north of 56.5, 57, and back above 60,000 will be good times again, but we got to get there first. So, regular spiel to get into this before we look at some charts here. As always, we're not a licensed financial advisor, nor are we your financial advisor. These videos exist for financial entertainment, financial education purposes. We like looking at the charts over time, and it seems like so do you. So, if you like looking at the charts, make sure to hit the subscribe, drop the like, and feel free to go check out some of my other videos. The past couple of days are usually pretty interesting. Obviously, haven't done a daily in quite a while, so we're going to catch up here. Now, I got a lot of flack the other day for starting to wonder about pent-up bearish action, and a lot of people told me things like, I think there's a comment in here that's like, I mean, people were all right, but like, should not go under 40. Meh, Bitcoin drops is precisely what I would expect. Oh, so coach, should buy back on the 42 range. I mean, April 19th, we can answer that question. All right, so let's play forward. Let's see what we get here on XLM. Obviously, not a lot of action there. We get this huge downward candle, and I think I've got it set up here on the daily. It actually is a lot clearer what happened. But so we get about a handful of candles here. We get this massive drop beneath the support. I'll go ahead and refresh it just so you can see this. Here we're trading above the support. We drop and bounce, pretty much go down we skim the buy zone and bounce right back up, which is, pretty much what we were looking for. So we get that on the daily chart. It looks like this buy zone is adjusted compared. It doesn't matter. It looks like we skimmed the buy zone skimmed the buy zone over here. No. It would have been right here. Where is this? I feel like I'm not looking at this chart. 41.5. What do we got here? 38. Yeah, so on that chart, this is right here. And so we skimmed it. And now we're back looking to flip resistance. I think, this is one of those situations where probably waiting for XLM to make up its mind. I mean, I'm happily back in from this, looking for up here, but I am potentially concerned about us just going back to retesting. So maybe looking for a little bit of action in this range, and preferably action that breaks that range in order to confirm new bullish momentum on XLM. The nice thing with Bitcoin is, let's go ahead and drop the USD comparison on here. Yeah, I mean, you see that the rebound correlation is strong, and it's similar to some of the other altcoins where both the rebound correlation is strong and the stagnation correlation, or the sort of the not correlation, the stagnation counteraction also strong. So if we can take Bitcoin back up, little bit. XLM should reclaim some of its recent highs, but let's get that back off there. Yeah, overall, I don't mind the look of this. Probably just going to keep looking at channel opportunities as XLM goes up and down. I mean, it's been pretty interesting, and there's a concern here that I had voiced about broader bearish momentum and whether this would continue downward and create sort of a new trend line. And I think for the time being, it looks like we're going to reclaim the initial trend line. So that's good. Always like this. I should date when these are drawn, like putting something in the fridge. I believe this one was drawn back here somewhere, and I think it's come off the chart a little bit, but that's okay. Since we move between days and weeks, it is what it is. But I rather like this. It seems like it's being respected. This is interesting, and we're back above it, which should we stick in this territory, that's good times. Algorand. I was kind of looking for a similar style move here. I was just plugged into what appeared to be a lot of pent up selling action. People who made it from these really low supports to our current price action, who can't afford to ride back down. Frankly, there's a lot of them out there. Can't afford to ride it back down. They're pulling out money, and that I certainly don't blame that. It's just part of a healthy market, and healthy market action is good for crypto in the long term. So folks shouldn't be overexposed. That seems to be a good thing. So we hit forward, see what happens when everything else changes up, and looks like April 18th was the day of this chart. So go ahead and drop in, and you kind of can't see it there, but we do actually no ads. You get your free ad trading view right there. We do actually drop right into the range. You'll see right there. And so when we go over here, we're right. This was beautiful, and this is one that I played very well, and very, very happy with how this was played. And I really like Algorand, so that also increases my sort of smugness with the play. And yeah, it's nothing wild, but let's take a look here. So 168 dropped to about 117, 30%. Not bad. And let's see, the 117, expect back to 182, or even really I think 250 in the medium to long term. I think by the end of the year that wouldn't surprise me. I mean, folks are making ridiculous calls in Algorand, and should they be right, I really really do hope to be in on the token in a substantial way. But let me know what you think below. Is Algorand about to run? Is it going to run? I mean, the broader market still isn't out of the. Let's just go over. Let's get back to. Let's talk about the broader market here quick. Let's go BTC, wide contingencies. Yeah, this is what we want. So this was our initial concern, new trend line. Still not, I wouldn't say resolved by any measure, which is interesting. Hey, TradingView second ad. Should just start doing the TradingView referrals, so I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, I don't know. This is a really interesting space that we're in right here. Bitcoin drops back to the initial trend line, the initial upward trend line that's been sort of, oh, are they going to get another one? No. It's been sort of confirmed since a long time now, end of last year. And we did just bounce right off it. I mean, how good does that look to just bounce right off this massive trend line? And, concerns resolved a little bit. I mean, I should say concerns eased. But I should also note that this is not out of place for this trend line that I'm worried about forming over here. And frankly, I still think this contingency is extremely interesting. I don't know it. You know, some of my biggest concern is that we dropped to 16,000. That's probably my ultimate concern. You know, if you're asking what's the worst that could happen, I think that's about it. I know folks are saying, oh, can't we go to zero? We're not going to zero. This shit's never going to zero. At $16,000, banks will lose all of their money at the hope that it goes back to $60,000 in like 5 to 10 years. It's just not, it's not going to zero, folks. It's 2021. You know, it's something you might have said in 2014. It might go to like $4. No, it's not going to go to $4. This is the maximum. This is the worst thing I think could happen. And if that is going to happen, let's move my... I'm still concerned here. This is still... I think if we do see the bigger bear trend, I think we go down slower. I think we go down slower, but than some other times. And I think it might be a long extended period of Bitcoin deflation. However, I expect that to also be good for various alts. I mean, the thing about alts and Bitcoins is that, you know, you've been here long enough, you remember times where altcoins explode beyond when Bitcoin is just popping new highs. And, you know, altcoins can explode at any Bitcoin value above like 10,000. Like they won't really have that much problem. I mean, the amount of capitalization that's gone into these markets can still pop these altcoins. So that's kind of what that's my concern. You know, I always tell people happier than hell for upward momentum to continue. And frankly, I feel like, you know, there's not a lot of analysis that's needed for upward momentum. You know, overall things are good as long as they're moving up. The downward contingencies are a bit more interesting to me, and this is the contingency right now. I think there's some new evidence to support it. This recent candle is good. It certainly doesn't make me adjust this trendline projection down, but it's not enough to deny this argument that we could be looking at this. You know, the next week or two, probably, you know, the first week of May will really determine what's going to happen here. And maybe even a little bit longer. Though every time I've been making calls about the crypto market that are a couple days or weeks out, things have just been happening so fast recently. So I don't know. It's hard to tell. I really could see this going either way. That's why I got alarms and alerts set up. None of this is magic. It's all careful watching. So, hey, we appreciate you dropping by for some chart watching and careful crypto analysis with us. You know, as always, another reminder, we're not a licensed financial advisor, nor are we your financial advisor. We don't pick trades for folks. We don't do any of that stuff. We're here to analyze our chart strategies and review how things are going over time. A bit more aimed at crypto entertainment and education. I hope you have fun with us. Let us know what you think, where your charts say these assets are going. And hey, if you want to follow us over on TradingView, we appreciate that. And hope you have a great day.